enjoy the hamburger, and happy July the 4th, everybody. California's Gold is produced in association with KPET Los Angeles and is seen statewide on California Public Television. This series is endorsed by the California Teachers Association, the California School Boards Association, and the California Library Association. It all started on this rather desolate-looking, undeveloped piece of land beside the road in Baldwin Park, just east of L.A. The beginning of a dream. You see, Harry and Esther Snyder had always wanted to open up a little burger stand, a place of their own where quality and customer service came first. And back in 1948, they did it. They built and opened their little business, and it was a little place. But it was an overnight sensation. People loved it. They could stay in their cars and order burgers from a speaker box, which was revolutionary. The burgers were great, too, and the customers were treated well. Who would have guessed in a million years that this would be the beginning of what would grow into a string of over 200 stores with millions of loyal customers, and in fact become part of California legend and lore. It's a rather remarkable and wonderful story, a story about In-N-Out Burger, which is very much a part of California's gold. It all started in Baldwin Park, and it continues in Baldwin Park, because these days the In-N-Out complex of buildings and offices covers a huge area. Now, we were invited to spend the day there, visiting the facilities, talking with employees, and seeing firsthand just how In-N-Out works, why it's so successful. Just driving around the area got me excited, because this would truly be both an adventure and a learning experience. Okay, the adventure begins. We're standing by the Spanish fountain. We're standing in front of the Spanish architecture with the door, with In-N-Out Burgers over it. And I'm standing here with, introduce yourself to everybody, Mark.
Hi, I'm Mark Taylor, president of In-N-Out Burger.
You're the president of In-N-Out Burger Incorporated.
I guess I am.
All right. Now, we've already kind of set this up. Harry and Esther Snyder started In-N-Out Burger right here in Baldwin Park, right outside of Los Angeles in 1948.
That's right. One store to over 230 in 4 states today. So.
All right. That's what we've grown to. 230 stores. You call them stores, not restaurants?
I would call them restaurants and stores. We refer to them as stores mostly, though.
In 4 states, California, Arizona, Nevada, and Utah.
Yes.
The important thing about In-N-Out Burger, though, is that it is still a family-owned and operated business, not one franchise.
That's absolutely correct. We're on our 3rd generation, and we're still family-owned and operated. In-N-Out continues to put its value in its people, and that's why I think we're so successful.
There's never been, because there are rumors out there from time to time that you're going to start franchising, but it is still 100% family-owned.
Yes, that is true, and those are just rumors. I got to tell you, there's been many rumors. I've heard them all, but Lindsay's intention, she's our owner, is to keep us privately held, family held, and we're here to make sure that continues that way. So.
All right. Now, we're standing in front of this beautiful Spanish building here in Baldwin Park, which is where it all started. Because you've always been family-owned and operated, you've never really sought out publicity, have you?
No, that's absolutely true. This is actually a big deal for us. We're honored, California Gold is a great show. In-N-Out is a California icon. It is probably part of California's gold, so it seems right.
Well, you know what? It's a big deal for us to be here. It's a big deal for you to have us here, because you really very seldom open up the doors to the inner sanctum and kind of let people see In-N-Out from the inside out.
It's never happened, so this is an exclusive.
Well, I'm wearing my In-N-Out shirt.
Yes, you are.
I'm ready for the day. This is going to be a lot of fun and a learning experience for all of us because it does not get any more California, any more quintessential California than In-N-Out Burger. And this is where we're going to spend the whole day, right here in Baldwin Park, exploring the history, the past, the present, and the future of good old In-N-Out. Okay, there it is, the iconic In-N-Out Burger sign. And I'm standing here with three iconic In-N-Out Burger former employees. Chuck, your name is?
Chuck Pappas.
You started in?
March 1st, 1954.
1954.
Bob Williams started in September 1958.
You're the baby of the group.
I'm the baby of the group.
And your name, sir?
Bob Lang Sr., and I started November of 1954.
So I think you're the first employee.
Yeah, I think so.
What was it like working for In-N-Out back then? Because it hadn't yet gotten its cachet going yet.
Well, it was a little slower back then. Late at night, Cook was by himself after 9 o'clock at night, and so he was here until closing by himself.
What did you do when you came to work for him?
Well, I started right there in the back room.
Right here?
Right here.
Now, this isn't number one, is
The
it?
original number one was right over there under the underpass, and then they moved over here just as I just started.
So when they built the freeway, they had to move.
Right, they had to move it over here.
All right, now, so you were flipping burgers.
No, I was just part-time at the time, so I was working in the back room doing all the food prep.
You weren't even flipping burgers yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
You were doing what?
Well, when I started, just like Chuck and everybody else, you start in the back room, peeling potatoes and doing lettuce, and if you were lucky, you got to come inside and wait on customers.
So the big deal was moving from the back up to the where the customers were.
You bet.
How many potatoes did you peel before you got up front?
A whole lot. like Bob said, it was to get up front. That was your goal, to try to get up there. And some people spent 6 months in the back room. In my case, I got up front a little earlier, and I got to work up there with Harry and then the whole crew.
So you actually worked with Harry Snyder, who founded In-N-Out.
Yeah, he hired me.
Was he working in the
Oh, yeah.
restaurant day in and day out?
Yeah, he was here almost daily. Every night he was here. Like Chuck said, we would close, maybe just one of us. He was always in the back room working on the speaker system or stuff like that, and he would come and help you when you needed help. Then he would go back out and work on the speaker system.
When you were working here in those early days, did you have any idea what this was going to grow into? Was it just a job for you? Was it just another burger place?
Well, it wasn't just a gun burger place. It was pretty unique because it was a family, and you got real soon you learned it was a nice family operation. But for me, I was going to college, and I was going to be a couple of years, and I was going to go on to 4-year school, and so it was just a part-time job. Then it developed into a full-time job, and you get married and you have a family, and you just keep working, and you love your job.
Stayed with them all these
That's right.
years. The family, the Snyder family, do you all have the same kind of hands-on stories about Harry and Esther?
Oh, yes. Harry hired me also. In fact, I rode my bike down Garvey Avenue, met with Harry one night after school, and he hired me on the spot, and I used to work with Harry a lot. He used to cook shifts. We worked 6 days a week back then, and Harry would work a shift to relieve the days off, and so I had the opportunity to work with him often, and he really taught me a lot.
Now, would he teach you things like how to cook a good hamburger?
Not only how to cook a hamburger, but how to take care of a customer.
See, that's the key. We haven't gotten to that yet, but there's always been a lot more to In-N-Out than just cooking burgers and fries.
Customers were very important to Harry, and I learned a lot about customer service from Harry Snyder.
Did he teach you a lot of interpersonal skills? Did he talk with you about that?
Oh, definitely, because Harry, again, I was hired by Harry also, and I'm sure these fellows agree, Harry was a unique person. I mean, he could make you feel so good, and he had that type of personality where you didn't mind working over or coming in early.